Hey guys, so today you and I are going to talk about freelancing. So let's get into it. So the question in question is a continuation on the video I made about the person who wanted to know how in the world I could be so obvious as to recommend it to anybody who can't get a job as a software developer to start their own company. And in the video that I made, is it a day ago? 2 days? I don't remember. I feel like I need to take this one further because this person now replies. Where I basically state to you that the reason why I'm saying that if you can't find a job as a software developer and to start your own company is not because I'm trying to be a YouTuber. It's not because I'm trying to be a trendy, self-made type of person just giving you bullshit advice that might work for a few of you and doesn't work for all of you. I'm literally stating to you that if you have done your homework, you have gone to all the interviews, you have done all the code, if you even get to the interviews, you've done all the code tests and you've brushed up your CV and you've done all the studying, or maybe you went to school, I don't know what you did. You've done all the things and you still can't find a job. You have but one option left. Wait and see. And that's what I'm telling you. If you're gonna wait and see or try to continuously find somewhere to work, even if it's abroad, whatever you're doing, it is a good investment for you during that time to do something that gives you experience. And that's why I'm telling you, start your own company. Or as I was trying to explain to this person, when I say start your own company, I'm not saying that you start your own startup or you start your own consultancy necessarily, or whatever you're doing. I mean, you can work for free, for God's sake. It's still work experience. You can go, because that's literally what I explained to this person, that you can go and find a friend, find a neighbor, whoever who needs some type of software development, and most people need it in some fashion, like a lot of people, and just make something for them. And this person asks, well, what if I have a lack of experience, why would someone hire you as a freelancer? And as I said, it's because the IT companies have a industry level requirement on you. That's why. And just as a small business can compete with the top brass big brands, you have to compete in the same way. If you are next to the customer and the customer doesn't have any other option or doesn't think about any option, or you're giving the stuff away for free or at a fraction of the price or whatever, if they see a reason to give you the trust to do this thing for them, just go for it. And so this person writes back and says, how many pizza places or friends do people have that needs coding for them? LOL. And when I read that, I just like, this person must be trolling me. Either that, or I am the wrong person for you and for us to have a good conversation about this, because I just can't really get this thing through to you. But thank God that my main man, well, I'm not gonna say his name because that's not how I roll. That's not how I do things. He literally he writes back, respectfully, I think you're missing the point that Frederick is making. If you are unemployed and you have no options but to sit and study and wait for an opportunity, or go out and find tactile real-world problems that require technological solutions to overcome, the latter may be your best bet, especially if you have previous experience, as you won't need a crash course in the fundamentals. Dear God, what this person is, this person gets me. He just gets it. He also writes, from experience, speaking with a recruiter and getting your resume pushed through the door is orders of magnitude easier when you are currently solving actual problems as opposed to working on a toy project tutorial. It's like he's watched other videos that I have made. I understand the current times cliche of go and start a startup, but if you take a moment to see the nuance in what Frederick is trying to say, I think you would appreciate the helpfulness of the advice. I'll let that last part speak for itself. Like, I'll leave that to you if it was helpful or not, because I'm not going to presume that it was helpful. But the essence of what I've tried to communicate to you about starting your own company, if you have if nobody's going to hire, is this person completely gets it. It's not about you just saying fuck you to all of the employers out there. I'm better than everybody else. I'm going to do my own thing. If you want to be that person, go and be that person. Nobody's going to stop you. What I'm simply stating is that from a completely objective standpoint, regardless of your philosophy on entrepreneurship or capitalism versus whatever, nothing else factors in than a completely objective statement. If no one hires you for whatever reason, the best thing for you to improve the odds of getting hired is to gain hands-on experience. Now, you can do that in many ways. I'm simply suggesting that starting your own company or creating a side project or something like that, that is a way, it's a medium for you to gain that experience. That's all I'm saying. I'm not in. That's the only thing, and I feel that is fairly straightforward. And so I wrote back to this person yet again, and I promise you, I'm not going to promise you because we might just continue this little thing. But I hope that this is the last thing I have to say for this to finally go through to this person. What I say to you, and I say this to you guys as well. If you go to a job interview, let's say after you've realized, because usually if you're applying for multiple positions, the process of getting a software job, and in terms of just wait time and like doing all the code reviews and so the code interviews, the code test, technical interviews and all that stuff, scheduling and so forth, it can be a little while. And especially if you're continuously being rejected for positions, you might be actually waiting quite a long time to just get to that first employment, right? So while you're doing that, imagine this. You go to that interview, and I promise you, that's what they're going. This is like the whole problem. The first thing, or at least one of the first things, if you even get to the interview, because they're going to check this before you even get there, the first thing they're going to go and ask is, okay, so what have you been doing? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Now, do you want to be the person who says, well, I couldn't find a job and nobody wanted to hire me, and then have to answer the line of questions that come after that, if there even is something that comes after that? Just feel that one out. How do you think that that's going to go over with the manager? When you could do the thing that I'm suggesting and inflate your CV with relevant experience, even if it's just you doing pro bono work, you will be able to say something along the lines of, well, I've been mostly doing freelancing and so forth, and the reason was actually that I wanted to do my own thing. I kind of wanted to feel how it is to stand on my own two legs, and so I've been doing these projects, and I've been doing this and that and so forth. And honestly, the reason why I'm looking for a employment at this company is because I feel like this place would take my skills up to the next level, and it would be really exciting. I think it would be really exciting to work as part of a real IT company with peers and co-workers and so forth, and see how that kind of works. Guess which one sounds better to the employer? And if you can't figure out which one is the one that usually goes over best with a future potential employer, then I'm sorry, then I've done all I can. So what I want you to take away from this is that if you hear me suggest to you to start your own company because that is the best way for you to get a job in IT, it is not because I believe that for every single person out there is a magical idea or company strategy that is going to bring them from someone who never got hired in the first place and they're going to become the new Elon Musk or whoever. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you have tapped all your ideas regarding getting courses or extracurricular like side projects, you've done everything you can think of, and nobody is willing to hire you for a position at an IT company. Starting your own company or doing pro bono work or something similar like that is a very good strategy for you to be able to increase your hands-on experience, which is the thing that matters the most. It's always going to be. and at the same time getting things on your CV so that when you get the question, what have you been up to, you have something meaningful to say. And that, my friend, is going to make a lot of difference to someone who might be looking to hire you in the future. Have a great day.